I got your apophenia right here,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then the other one, so let me raise this up here so you guys can
Pareidolia.
see a definition here. Apophenia is a tendency to perceive meaningful connections in places there are no connections. And then the parallel is pareidolia, perception of meaningful interpretation on a nebulous stimulus, usually visual. So it's like when you see, this would be like when you see things in clouds,
Yeah.
right? You see the man in the moon, Rorschach, test,
The
these sort of
Rorschach
things, right?
blocks. Yeah. Yeah.
So pattern recognition, areas of psychology. I
Subset
don't consider them very
epistemology.
useful, but I did learn about them because it's in a pursuit of knowledge and learning here.
Yeah, I mean, it's apophenia. I think the key important thing to take away from it is that we all, I mean, it loosely relates to so many different aspects of human psychology and human perception, but generally speaking, just be aware of one's own biases. They're so they're operating so subtly in your subconscious as to make it feel as though you're never going to be aware of it, but you need it as though as a mechanism to kind of keep you going. So just
But biases are only
challenge your
present
bias, challenge your
in
beliefs, challenge your ideas by
100%. But
finding
biases are only present in things that you kind of know of, but don't know about. And that's why you have a bias and not knowledge, experience, or understanding of it, right?
Dunning
So
Kruger stuff.
I did not know about Woodrow Wilson other than he was a president in the United States, right?
Same.
And then I read some of his papers, and now I have a perspective on Woodrow Wilson that's not based on bias. It's based on the fact that he says, I know there's a small group of people that influence all these actions, and people won't speak above their breath, right? That quote.
Yeah, and I remember looking that up one GTW I hosted because I was like, is that a real quote? It's from one of his later writings. I think after he was a politician, after he finished.
No, I got it. Okay. I was wondering where the book might be. Let's see if I can find it. Let's do it live. Dun, dun, dun,
We ended up finding it. It just took a long time, but we didn't have the physical book, so this will back it up even.
All right, so this is this is new. Tony has
the New Freedom.
Let's see. Let's get some white balance, and there we go. The New Freedom by Dr. Woodrow Wilson. Someone bought it 1917.
So it was before he was president.
It was published in London, 1913. And I believe this is from his campaign speeches in 1911, right? So it's called The New Freedom, a call for the emancipation of the generous energies of a people. I don't know which a people he means. Here's a quote that is often referenced. This is page 12, kids. This is not like you don't have to read far into the book to get to this quote. Since I have entered politics, I have chiefly had men's views confided to me privately. Some of the biggest men in the United States in the field of commerce and manufacture are afraid of something. They know that there is a power somewhere so organized, so subtle, so watchful, so interlocked, so complete, so pervasive that they had better not speak above their breath when they speak in condemnation of it. They know that America is not the place of which it can be said, as it used to be, that a man may choose his own calling and pursue it just as far as his abilities enable him to pursue it. Because today, if he enters certain fields, there are organizations which will use means against him that will prevent his building up a business which they do not want to have built up. Organizations that will see to it that the ground is cut from under him and the markets shut against him, right? And it goes on and on. We're going to hear more about this because this is laid out in the DuPont documentary and intermission, that idea of closing you off to business if you won't play by their game. And that's their new freedom. That's the new freedom over 100 years ago. I mean, is that my bias against Woodrow Wilson? I think he's one of the worst presidents ever, but I don't have a bias when I'm just reading a quote. Like he wrote that. It's not out of context. It goes on for 8 pages, as a matter of fact. So now you know why there's inaccurate paraphrasings that are out there and people try to debunk them instead of actually just getting the book and reading 12 pages into it to be like, holy shit, this has been going on a long time. Maybe I should stop giving people a hard time because they read books. I don't know, maybe.
What makes autonomy uniquely empowering? Autonomy is a self-help course unlike any other. Over the course of our 12-week program, you'll experience weekly live lectures from Richard Grove, specifically designed to equip you with the skills you need to set yourself free. Free from the learned helplessness taught in our schools, free from the dependence on a corrupt system that serves only to uphold the rich, free from the structure of your 9-to-5 if that's your prerogative. Plus, you'll enter into a community of like-minded individuals who are pursuing the same freedom you are, and who'll support you and learn alongside you every step of the way. A lifetime of community and the tools to live however you want. We can't wait to meet you. Learn more at getautonomy.info.